Namaste. Hope you're doing well and hope you're continuing to be Utsahi or enthusiastic. My name is Vijaya Sanelapanawar Patil and I am joining you from USA. Today we are going to continue with discussing whether yoga is really for all and we will continue to learn some new concepts. So let's begin with our prayer. Please keep in mind all those who are suffering the most, who have been impacted by corona more than some of us. Some of us are here at home trying to enjoy or make the most of our family lives, quality family time, whereas many others are still having to go to work in order to keep our world safe and going while this pandemic and corona scare is rampant. So please let's keep all of them in mind and also those who are suffering from lack of basic amenities, food, essentials, medicine, etc. And those who have been prey to this corona, as in they have fallen sick or even have lost a loved one due to this. So keeping all of them in mind, let's close our eyes. Get ready for our daily prayer. Wherever you are, please sit at ease. Try and loosen your body. Do not hold any part of your body tight. Try to bring your mind to your practice and this prayer. Make your breathing low, slow, and normal. If you know this prayer, you're welcome to join me. If not, please continue to sit in this silence while keeping everybody and the whole world on mind. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is a universal prayer where we are praying to God Almighty to lead us from falsehood towards truth, to lead us from darkness towards the light, to lead us from mortality towards immortality, to end our sufferings in this world and to make it better for all of us. And we say, hope that there is peace all around us, Shanti meaning peace, peace within us and all around us. So we do pranam to our Guruji who has given us these valuable lessons and teachings that we can all share and learn so much from. We do pranam to all the real life heroes, the doctors, the medical professionals, the emergency response teams, the law enforcement professionals, the good leaders of the world, the daily service people, whether it is the mailman or the grocery store workers, all of them who have continued to work and who are bearing the burdens of this world on their shoulders to keep us safe, protected, and to make our lives better. And we are all in together to fight this corona. Let us stay home. Let us make ourselves stronger. Let us practice all the safety measures and let us come out of this stronger and better once the corona is all gone. So let's pray for that and let's be hopeful. And we will continue today our discussion about whether yoga is for all. So, what did we discuss so far? In our previous lesson, we mentioned about Guruji's lifetime service to different sectors of the society, community, almost all stratas, almost all occupations. Everybody has learned from him from different walks of life, different capacities, abilities, ages, and phases in life. So we learned and understood from this that yoga can be practiced by one and all. Does yoga does not differentiate between occupations, whether you're an engineer, you're a doctor, whether you're a laborer. Does not differentiate between your backgrounds, whether you're from urban or rural background. Yoga knows no distinction between ages or our abilities. Yoga has something for all of us. So all these people who learned from Guruji, they had one common feeling. There was one common outcome that their overall health was improved. They saw a rise in productivity and efficiency, and they felt less stress and strain and more ready to take on the challenges that their daily life was putting forth. So, having discussed this so far, let us continue by talking about each and every age and stage in our life and how yoga can help us. So even before we are born, when we are in our the wombs of our mother, the position that an infant or fetus assumes, that is called garbhasana in yoga. Garbha meaning womb. So there is a close relation or connection between yoga and our different stages throughout the life, right from before our birth till the very last phase. Then a child, the position that a child most often assumes during playtime or other times is called balasana. Bala meaning a child or young one, and asana is the pose. Then, as we encounter different things, both living and non living, in our life, there are different postures which indicate or represent them. Then, finally, as we are ready to leave this earth, we assume Shavasana, meaning the dead body pose. So, as you see, yoga is connected to us right from our very first presence in this world in our mother's womb till our very last breath when we leave this world. Now, let me ask you a question. What is it that a child does most? Please think about it for just a few seconds. What is it that a child does most? If you say that a child plays the most, then let me ask you this question in a different way. When we look at pictures of our children from their childhood, what do we most often say? Most often, we as parents say, "Oh, they grew up so fast. We couldn't tell." So that is what a child is doing most. Child is growing all the time. If you think about an infant or a newborn that has just entered this world, and how dependent that newborn is on everyone around it for everything from food to being taken care of. And the newborn hardly knows anything. From that phase to a toddler 2 years later, where a toddler is running around as if the whole world is their playground and they rule this world. So just during these 2 years, there is a remarkable growth in that child. And then this growth continues throughout their childhood, their teenage, youth, and all the way into their adulthood. Once they become adults, this rate of growth decreases. So All throughout these initial phases of our life, growth is happening, and the most essential thing is good development or good growth. All the systems of a child's body needs to be developed well. Everything, the muscular, skeletal system, circulatory system, the nervous system, everything should be functioning well, should have developed well, so there are no problems for the child or as the child grows into other phases and becomes an adult and goes to later stages of life. So development is the most important need, right development or right growth when we are children and when we are young. So yoga has many aspects which help us in this development, right development. For example, there are many of these asanas or postures where the muscles are put into different actions like stretching, contraction, and even twisting. So all these different actions make the muscles grow well and become strong. Likewise, different practices have a good impact on different systems of our body. So yoga helps us a lot during our growth phases. And another aspect of our growth is our mental growth, our growth in our character, the strength of character. We learn about morality, we learn about ethics. Our personality is developed during these initial phases of childhood, teenage, and youth, along with our needs of strength, stamina. We also need the right development in all these other aspects. And as we had mentioned before, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras describe Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, or the eight limbs of yoga. The eight limbs being Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. So these eight limbs are like the Ten Commandments that teach us how to live life. For example, always being truthful, always finding contentment, not hoarding, not cheating, not tricking, being one with ourselves, learning how to be compassionate, learning how to be strong from within, learning how to be good citizens of this world. These are all part of Yama, Niyama, where we are learning about various aspects about self control. And these are the principles or ideals on which our entire life depends. So, yoga has more to offer than just the physical aspects that we need during those phases. Now, moving on, when we are young and when we are also entering our middle age, and when we are in the middle age, we have various other needs. For example, we face peer pressure. We start getting stress and strain due to the environment that we are in, due to our responsibilities, the increase in our responsibilities, be it family, be it work, or society, trying to maintain social circles, the expectations of everyone from us, and our own expectations from ourselves. As everything increases, our stress, strain, tension also increase. Not just physically, but mentally, we start feeling we are losing a lot of energy. We are drained many times. We need more strength, more stamina, more thinking capacity, and more sustaining ability. So, yoga, very simple practices in yoga, when done regularly, can help with all these. Relieve the bad elements like stress and strain and tension, and improve upon the good elements and needs that we have, like our thinking capacity, our intellectual needs, and making us more strong and sustaining. So, as we also move from middle age towards our later phases in life and enter old age, our various capacities are also decreasing. Like, for example, our digestion, we might develop other problems like gastric problems, insomnia. We may not be that mobile. We may be experiencing stiffness. So, all these lead to different types of needs. We may not be more interested in advanced physical practices at that age, but there are very simple yogic practices which help us tremendously. Just basic physical cultural exercises, breathing, relaxation that help us improve our life, improve our overall health, and get rid of many of these conditions and make us stronger as we go through these phases. As Guruji says, we are generally more dependent when we are under the age of 16 and over the age of 60. So, these simple yogic practices that we learn in Yoga for All lessons help us during those phases of dependency more so we can manage better. Also, these conditions that are associated with our old age, we can get rid of them as well as many times at least manage them better. So, we spoke about how yoga can be done by people who are physically and mentally fit, as well as those who have some difficulties with the physical or mental health. So, we spoke about how we have seen over Guruji's experiences of teaching yoga to different people that the improvement is definitely possible to both mental and physical health through regular practice. Also, men and women can both benefit from yoga. Yoga does not differentiate between gender or religion or caste or creed. So, yoga can be practiced by everyone. People who are in more physically essential roles like sportsmen, for example, they need extra energy, extra sustaining capacity. And yoga can definitely benefit them too. Yoga is considered to be an energy preserving practice. We don't spend energy while practicing yoga. In fact, yoga preserves the energy, it gives us more strength, stamina, and we feel more energized after the practice of yoga. So, that in turn helps people like sportsmen, gymnasts do better, be more efficient and productive in their respective fields. So, we have spoken about how yoga can help us in different ages of our life and different stages of our life. We've also spoken about how yoga can be applied to any occupation and people from any background. So please do review our previous lesson to understand the extent of this even better. That will not only give you an idea about how much contribution Guruji has done for these different fields or stratas in the society, but also give us an idea about how applicable yoga is to this modern day as well as to all the different environments and all the different people in this world. So, as we continue with our lesson today, we request you to please take these valuable understanding and spread this message of yoga being universal. There are certain things that we always need to remember though. Although we say yoga is for all, we have to apply common sense and judgment to our individual needs. We have been emphasizing that every person has their own needs. We all have individual needs, individual limitations, and capacities. So please make sure you apply common sense. You always remember that we have basic principles that we need to try and follow to the best of our abilities. When we talk about judgment and common sense, it basically just means, for example, if you are a woman who's pregnant expecting a child, do not do the forward bending postures. That will have a direct impact on the baby. For example, if you had a surgery in the leg or a knee, please do not do the knee rotation exercises or anything that can have an adverse effect on that particular part of the body which is weak at that time. So please do consult your physician about your individual needs, talk to your doctors, understand what kinds of activities are allowed for you, and then please follow these lessons and see which practices are beneficial for you. And do follow the common techniques that we teach for everyone, which is the art of relaxation, the art of breathing, and the simple basic practices. Please try and follow them as much as possible while keeping your individual needs and limitations in mind always. So as women, we have some additional needs, like how we face our issues during our menstrual cycles. We have we face other stages in our life like pregnancy and childbirth, and I can say from my personal experience that I have continue to do yoga in all these phases, and it has only helped me to face these situations better, manage the pain and strain and issues better, and help me manage these situations in a much better way and come out stronger. So, having said this, let's continue with our practice. Please sit at ease, breathe normally. We will go for recitation of Om. Try and keep your eyes closed. This is a practice that can be done anywhere, whether you're at home, at work. One of the doctors who attended Guruji's classes mentioned that she even does this during her routine work every time she can take a break, or even when she's stuck in traffic. She takes a few long breaths and she recites Om, and that helps her manage her stress much better. So we can do this relaxation, breathing, and recitation of Om wherever we are. Just be mindful of your environment, please. Be in a safe and clean environment. Be at ease. Don't hold any part of your body tight. Let's go for deep breathing as we learned in our previous lessons. Take a long, deep breath in, and during exhalation, we will recite Om. The pitch should be just right for you, not too high or low. Let's start it, please. A long, deep breath in, and during exhalation, the sound should start from a low to high and then back to low. Let's try again. Please breathe in as long as you comfortably can. And during exhalation, please sit in silence. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please continue this practice for 10 to 15 times every day as Guruji advised. If you're watching the video, you can pause it here while you continue your practice of Om before you proceed to other practices. When we recite Om, the vibrations are produced inside, and then we gradually start experiencing those all around us. So sitting in silence for a few minutes after reciting Om helps us a lot. Open your eyes, please. We will proceed to physical cultural exercises. Firstly, for our hands, basic stretching and contraction. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now bring your palms together. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Once again, please breathe in, stay there for just a few seconds to feel the effects of the practice. Breathe out and relax. Please bring your palms in fists. Slow rotation of our wrist joints. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now in the reverse direction, please. Similar rotation. Always try to breathe in as long as you can and breathe out and relax until the breath goes out. Even if I don't mention relax, you can proceed and relax, please. So hands parallel to each other and the floor. Simple rotation of our elbow joints. Again, breathe in, breathe out, and relax. In the reverse direction, please. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now we will proceed to our legs and toes. Simple stretching, flexion, and extension. Slowly. Please try to coordinate breathing as well. So you're bending forward and stretching backwards. And so now rotation, try and keep your legs further apart as you can comfortably, and rotation of our ankles while coordinating breathing. The movements and breathing should be synchronized, and that is what makes the practice more effective. Please, while you're practicing for yourself, go as slow as you can. Eventually, in the long run, you will see that you have gained more strength by going slow because you are holding that position for a longer time. Now that we have attended to our extremities, let's move on to our neck. All the possible movements, please. First, begin with bending forward. While breathing out, remember when we have pressure on our thorax, chest, abdomen, or airways, we breathe out normally, and that is what we continue doing. Breathe in while you bend back and stay there for just a few seconds, please, while you feel the effects of the practice. Again, as you breathe out, you bend forward, breathe in, and bend backwards. Now come to the starting position. Now slow rotation to one side while breathing out. Breathe in and come to the starting position. Breathe out, please. Again here, breathe in and then relax, please, before you proceed to the next action. So breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and relax. Relax. Now bending on one side, breathe out, breathe in, please. Breathe out, breathe in. One more time. Breathe out, please. Breathe in and relax. Even if I don't mention it, please relax. Breathe out, Breathe in and relax before you proceed to the next action. Now slow rotation of the neck. First bend forward. Take your neck to one side. Please rotate very slow so you don't feel giddy. And while breathing in and breathe out towards the end of the rotation and relax, please. Once again, breathe in while rotating your neck very, very slowly. Breathe out towards the end and relax. Now, in the opposite direction, we have to give exercise to both sides of our body, right and left. So when we are doing any kind of practice, we also try to do a complementing practice. For example, in this rotation, we do both clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation. Relax, please. Now we will move on to our shoulder joints, which we missed today earlier. So either we can do it sitting in the previous position or kneeling down, or you could even stand up for a better range of motion. Slow rotation of shoulder joints. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out and relax, please. Until the breath goes out, you can continue relaxing. Now in the reverse direction, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out and relax, please. We will proceed to the rest of our body. So we will go ahead for trunk twisting. Try and keep your legs slightly apart, hands slightly apart and behind our back, just at a comfortable distance. And please make sure you're trying your best to relax your whole body before you put it into action. So now slow rotation at the trunk or waist level. Place your palms. Spread your fingers for better support. While breathing out, we bend forward. Go as far as we can, comfortably go without raising our hips. Stay there for just a few seconds, please. And release while breathing in. Now on the other side, slowly trunk twisting, not just the upper shoulders or back. Breathe out while you go down. Stay there for a few seconds while feeling the effects of the practice. And breathe in and relax. One more time, please. Breathe out. Go forward, bend forward, stay there. And as you release, breathe in. One last time. And when you are practicing by yourself, you can increase the counts to whatever you prefer. And that is still giving you benefits and not causing any discomfort. So we're just doing it twice every practice. We're doing it only 2 times. While you're doing your individual practice, please continue practicing more times along with your physical needs in mind. Now we will lie down for biking. You can either do this with both legs or one leg. Again, the same. We have to make sure we breathe out when there is pressure on our thorax, abdomen, chest area. And breathe in as we release our legs to the ground. Once again, just watch me while you practice, please, if you can. If you know the practice well, then you can keep your eyes closed and practice for yourself. Keep your eyes closed will avoid all those visual distractions and you will be able to practice better for yourself and internalize your practice. Now let's do this rotation or biking in the reverse direction. We raise our legs together, try being straight at the knees and bend it, bring it as close to the chest as possible Now bring the heels closer to the hips and release. In the reverse direction, please. Slowly breathe out when there is pressure on the chest or abdomen. Breathe in and relax towards the end. Just go for Shavasana, please, the dead body pose. You're keeping your legs slightly apart, hands slightly away from the body. Release your neck to one side. Make a mental note of every part of your body, right from the tip of your toes all the way through all the parts of our body to the top of our head. Every single part should be left loose, not held tight. Now bring your legs together, hands closer to each other to the body. Turn to one side, please. Take support of your palms with your fingers spread and get up. So you don't feel giddy. This is the right way of getting up. Now we will proceed to Surya Namaskara or sun salutation. So what we do is we stand straight, legs are slightly apart, feet are slightly apart from each other. First, please make sure you are relaxing as much as possible. You just try to relax as much as possible. Namaskar to sun. 1, raise your hands. 2, bend from the trunk or waist. If you are unable to place your palms on the floor, it is okay to bend your legs initially at the knees, then place your palms and gradually you can make them straight. 3, extend one leg to the back, please. 4, extend the other leg. 5, go down either parallel to the ground or completely on the ground. 6, look up. 7, now push your body towards the back, heels closer to the ground. 8, one leg to the front. 9, other leg to the front. And 10, you're straight back up. Once again, please. 1, 2. Please do it for your abilities. You don't have to be perfect. You will become perfect slowly with gradual practice. This is 3, 4, 5, either parallel or completely on the ground. 6, 7, heels closer to the ground. 8, 9, and 10. That was Surya Namaskara, a simple version and very effective, most effective please. So Surya Namaskara is a combination of different asanas, the basic principles that we described and we learned in our lessons before also apply to Surya Namaskara. So please review those videos, learn about those basic principles and all the things we have to keep in mind when we are performing asanas. And we have to apply the same to Surya Namaskara. Sit at ease, please. We will proceed to our daily practice of asanas. This is called Sukhasana or comfortable posture. Just sitting with crisscrossed legs and placing our palms on the knees, trying to have a good posture. Our back, neck and head should be in one vertical line. Now we will proceed to Ardha Padmasana or Padmasana. So Sukha means comfortable. So we are right now in a comfortable posture, Sukhasana. Padma is lotus. So we are proceeding to half lotus or lotus pose. So if you are able to perform lotus pose, you can do that. Otherwise, half lotus pose. So slowly take support of your palms and Pick up one leg, place it on the opposite thigh. The other leg can be left underneath this leg, or if you are able to, push it forward and slowly take support of your palms and place it on the opposite thigh. Remember, you're practicing for yourself, please. So please practice only to an extent where you are able to do comfortably. Don't force yourself, otherwise you might sprain, and that will lead to a lot of pain and discomfort. Sit straight, please. Keep breathing normally. Don't hold your body tight or your breath. Keep breathing and try to relax, please. Now, if you had done Ardha Padmasana with one leg up, now the next thing you should do is put that leg down and the one that was below should now come on the top, and you practice Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana the same way. We will proceed to the next practice, which is Yoga Mudra. Again, you can do it in either half lotus pose or lotus pose. I'm going to turn around to show you that you have to tie your hands, just hold them at the back and slowly bend forward from your trunk or waist as far as you can comfortably go. Even if it's just a few inches of bending, that is still beneficial, please. So don't be disappointed. Only bend as much as you can. Stay there, please. Stay there. Then come back slowly. So you have to continue breathing normally during this practice. Now, come to long sitting posture. We will go ahead to practice Vajrasana or the diamond pose. Vajra means diamond, and here again, depending on our individual needs, either we go for Ardha Vajrasana or the half diamond pose or the full one, diamond pose. So bend one leg, place the foot right next to the hip. So we are still continuing to sit on the floor or on the carpet, and the other leg can either be extended, or if you are able to do it further, you can bend that as well and place it by the hip. Try and sit on the floor, please. In the beginning phases, you can take support of your hand if you're not able to sit on the floor. Even this much is okay. No worries. Whatever is your final stage, whether it is with one leg extended, whether it is with both legs folded, but just taking support of your palms and staying this way, not being able to sit on the floor, it is still better. So you will continue regularly doing that, and then gradually you will see that there is a lot of improvement in your body, and one day you will be able to sit comfortably on the floor. So please, if possible, place your palms on the knees. If not, continue to take support on the floor. Try and breathe normally. If you need rest at any time, please go ahead for long sitting posture. Just release the asana. What we will now continue to do is Mandukasana or the frog pose. Bring your hands in between your thighs and slowly extend them. This can be done in either Vajrasana or Ardha Vajrasana. Either of them. You can extend one leg and bend, the other leg would be bent and do it in Ardha Vajrasana, or if both legs are bent, we can still do it in Vajrasana. So whatever is your final position, try and be as relaxed as you can. Just try not to hold your body tight. Even at the final stage of the asana, sometimes we feel little discomfort which we can bear is okay. It should not be too much. If you need rest, please go ahead, release the asana and go to long sitting posture. And when you are practicing by yourself, please try and stay as long as you comfortably can at the end of every practice. Now we will learn one new practice today, which is Bhadrasana or the stable posture. Bring the soles together slowly with the support of your palms. You can wrap around the toes and slowly pull your legs towards your body. Pull your leg towards your body. In the initial phases, you may not be able to pull it too close, and also your legs may be or the knees may be higher up from the floor. But gradually, what you should try to do is try to bring the knees as close to the ground as possible. Continue to support your feet with your palms. Try and keep your back as straight as possible. Try to keep your eyes closed, please, and breathe normally. When we are teaching this to children, many times teachers teach this as a butterfly pose, where the kids are usually having fun by fluttering the butterfly wings, right? But as grown ups, we understand the importance of stability, how the stability of body leads to the strength of mind. So we are trying not to be fluttering like the butterfly, we are trying to be as stable as we can. And this is called the stable pose or Bhadra Asana. Bhadrasana. Release, please. Release. Now we will go ahead for recitation of Om. Once again, sit in either comfortable posture or Padmasana or just sitting in a chair, wherever you are. Try and make yourself as relaxed as possible. Eyes closed. Slowly go for deep breathing and breathe in. And while we breathe out, we recite Om. Om. Once again, Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please sit in peace and silence just for a few seconds. Please practice this recitation of Om 10 to 15 times every day. It will relieve a lot of stress, anxiety, fear from this corona situation and other life situations, and it will help us build our strength, improve the capacity of our lungs through the breathing that we do, and the melodious sound that we produce brings us a lot of peace and strength, mental strength to face any situation better. Open your eyes, please. So I hope you're feeling more relaxed, more energized. I hope you have continued your practice in between these live lessons. And please do try and include your family members. As we spoke today, yoga is beneficial for everybody. No gender restriction, no age restriction. The only thing you have to remember is try to include a child who is maybe age 5 or above. They are able to sit for a longer time and practice better. But children who are very young, please try not to ask them to do very advanced postures because they are still in development phases. For example, if you try to ask a child to perform Shirshasana or the headstand, their neck is still not very strong. They might injure themselves. So we have to always try and practice under the able guidance of a good teacher, able guru, and we have to select only those practices that give us better benefits and are suitable for our needs. And we please always keep our basic principles in mind. And I hope you will continue regular practice. Please do watch these videos in between when you find a little bit of time, and please share these videos with others around the world so they can all learn yoga in a simple scientific way and learn the art of relaxation that they can cultivate and the proper breathing techniques. And please like our Facebook page and request others to do so too. As we had mentioned last time, we would again try to remind you about these hashtags. Please share our video lessons or the invite or any of the Facebook posts with your friends and family around the world with these three hashtags. This is the most important for our current situation. We are trying to encourage everybody to stay home and save lives. Please do this, and we will watch the feed before our next lesson and we will give you a shout out for doing the right thing. Thank you so much. Namaste. Wish you all a good day.